The S&P 500 inclusion is done and we saw a closing price of $695. Will we see on Monday, tomorrow, the $700 mark and much more here on Tesla Sundays? I absolutely love this intro. This intro makes me almost dancing, every Sunday. Welcome to Tesla Sundays, and I want to talk with you about the three topics today. First, obviously, the Tesla performance over the last 7 days since our last Tesla Sundays episode. Then let's talk about the chart and dive into the chart, what Tesla chart can tell us about the next couple of weeks, and then the world after the S&P 500 inclusion. What will happen to Tesla shares? What happened to other shares after the inclusion into the S&P 500? So I hope you smash the like button. If not, then smash it right now. Smash the subscribe button and the bell. Then you can go further to our first category, the Tesla performance. Yeah, the success of Tesla stock is absolutely incredible. I mean, look at that. This was just the last day, and due to the inclusion into the S&P 500, you saw this crazy volatility here from, before the market closed. The stock was somewhere stable at 675 and then dropped down to even 331, 32, and then finished the day with $695 per share. After hours, we saw somewhere around 677, and while this will be further displayed and discussed in the next categories, I want to dive into the last week performance. We are now sitting at a market cap of $658 billion. I would never dream about that even when talking about Tesla stock in 2019. But never say never, and nothing is impossible, right? And therefore you see here this absolutely crazy run of Tesla shares. Even in the last week alone, we could gain 6.6%, and if we are looking into the month's performance, we saw even a greater improvement of 1/3 of the stock value, 28%, and 3 months performance, is just insanely 70% since we were announced with the inclusion into the S&P 500. This is absolutely fantastic. I'm so happy for you guys, and let's dive into the stock chart. All right, let's have a look. So here's the chart of Tesla, and as you can see here, we are exited the overall very strong trend since the S&P 500 announcement date. As you can see, it was a very straightforward channel here that we were in, but then on the beginning first week or just after first week of December, we just exited it since then a little bit sideways, and then obviously the last couple of days were fantastic. And tomorrow is the first day of trading of the Tesla in the S&P 500, and I would assume that if we have a good market, that we see definitely Tesla over 700. I mean, this could be very much the possibility here, right? I mean, we are just around 695 now at the close, but after hours it was somewhere around 677. And I don't think, I mean, this would be fantastic, but I don't think that we can see further inclusion into this trend channel, because this trend channel is very strong, as you can see, right? So it would give us a very nice out. This would mean that Tesla shares would be close to 1,000 at the 2021 year. Okay, and if you're looking here at the RSI, we are not that much off of an overbought situation. We are somewhere at 72, and you usually are when we are having this little bit overbought situations. Here we have 70, 81 right here as well, where the stock left us a little bit of tension, steam out, right? But obviously a lot of volume just on this last day of last week, and now we are trading at the top of the Bollinger Band as well. So let's see how it further develop. I'm super excited. The resistance here is at somewhere around 500. I doubt quite heavily that it will go down to this area. And the question is, if they will decide, if the Tesla stock just will continue to grow in 2021, if then the Tesla team will decide for another stock split, which would then give the stock even more crazy power to move forward. This would be absolutely insane. This would be so insane, guys. I think this would be the first stock that ever split it 2 times or even 3 times, right, in just a year time. Yeah, so this is, I think, no big resistance here. I think this will be definitely a resistance here to try to get back into this channel. But other than that, I don't see that Tesla don't have the opportunity to grow higher here. And let's dive into the next category. So as you can see here by the graphic of Reuters, that actually the Yahoo inclusion was a great model so far, because as you have seen in the first category, we gained 70% in Tesla stock value just since the announcement until the inclusion into the S&P 500. But the Yahoo stock actually back then gained 64% in 5 sessions. So the sessions were much shorter. So announcement and inclusion was actually much shorter together than Tesla. But for Tesla, you see how close it was, with Tesla gaining about 70% and Yahoo 64%. So if we are looking then what happened after the inclusion, as you can see here, a huge volume was traded on the S&P 500 inclusion, and then the stock lost a little bit on the first few days, and actually after a couple of months even reached an all-time high. So will we see the same with Tesla shares? And many were asking, okay, what actually happened? Because I'm confused why the price is now 695. So what is usually done in the last couple of minutes of such a trading session like on Friday is that funds are giving the responsibility to traders and saying, you know what, we want to include Tesla shares on that day for that price, and this price need to be guaranteed by the trader. Okay, so the trader will get a task, saying, we need 1 million shares of Tesla for a price of 695, for example, right? So what's happening then the trader tried to sell maybe for the fund other stocks, but mainly he's trying to buy shares for this price, because if he buys over it, then he needs to bear the costs for it. So you can imagine how the job of the trader is actually stressful, because it's really a price finding, and that's why you saw that I believe what happened was that people sold into the beginning of the session, of this trading session of the last 30 minutes, because they just saw the opportunity to sell to many funds. And on the other side, you saw then the big spike, because traders try to catch some of the stocks, and then after hours we went a little bit down. So I think that many shares were traded for the last price of 695. So 695 is really the closing price. So this was the last deal that buyers and sellers did for the price. So you can see maybe a price of that little bit lower on Monday opening, and then maybe we see another demand, because now the funds will represent about 30% of all Tesla holdings, which means that actually those are long-term investors. So they will have a long-term investment into Tesla. So 30%, you can almost say they're out of the market. And if this is the case, then we can definitely see more and more demand for much less stock. So there is a very interesting part of that currently going on. So I'm super excited, and I think this will be a super exciting time because there's also much more catalyst even to come, right? I mean, there's the 500,000 cars that they need to deliver, which they just have like 10 or 9 days left. So this will be super exciting as well, and many other things. So I'm super bullish still for Tesla, and I hope you could gain a little bit of wealth with the current situation and the S&P 500 inclusion.